I want to get right to Rick Newman because he wrote a story about how the Georgia runoff election may impact the stock market. Rick, I know that you were standing by waiting to be able to speak in the hangout when you were watching Keith Bliss, our previous guest, talk about Georgia. So is it true? Do you think that the market's just ready to tank if those two seats turn Democratic?
I don't think that's going to happen at all. I mean, it could happen based on expectations for a short period of time, but I think stocks would recover rapidly. If we do see a dip or something that looks like a correction, this could be a great dip buying opportunity. And I'll give you a couple of reasons why. First of all, the U.S. economy is going to be in a hole through most of 2021. And even if Biden wants to raise taxes, I just don't think Congress would do it. And I don't even think he'd push hard for it in 2021. Most economists would tell you, look, even if you think tax hikes are the right thing to do, it is the wrong time to do it when the economy is in the kind of hole it is. And look what's happening. We're pumping stimulus money into the economy to get people to spend. Well, you're not going to raise taxes at the same time because that would just counteract stimulus spending. Second, Biden, let's say, okay, he says, well, maybe I'm going to go for those big tax hikes in 2022. Well, 2022 is a midterm election year. And if Biden does anything to send the stock market tanking or to hurt the economy or cause layoffs or any of those things, everybody knows that voters are going to remember that. And that's what Biden's going to have to be defending himself against when voters go to the midterms less than 2 years from now. And, if Democrats end up controlling the Senate, it's going to be the narrowest possible majority, which is a 50-50 tie with the vice president breaking the vote in favor of Democrats. And they only have about a 5 or 6 seat majority in the House. They have no margin for error in 2020. And there's a real chance they could lose both houses of Congress. So I think they're going to be extremely careful about not wrecking what is working in the economy, which, let's face it, happens to be the stock market.
Let's talk about tax policy that might happen, regardless of what happens with the Georgia runoff. Two things I want to get to. Do you think that we're going to see a corporate tax rate hike from the 21% now to 28%? Is that one thing that you think Congress may give Joe Biden? And second, what happens with the SALT deduction? Does he roll that back?
So Biden's proposal for the corporate tax hike is to take it from 21% where it is now up to 28%. And he doesn't just want to raise taxes for the sake of raising taxes. He wants to raise taxes to get more money for things like affordable housing and elder care and child care programs. His plan is pretty clear. And he has said he will only raise taxes on businesses and on families earning more than $400,000. I do not think it's going to happen, any of that. I don't think any of it's going to happen in the first 2 years of a Biden administration. I think there are going to be too many other things to do. It's going to be too hard to get done. And when Keith Bliss was talking about those conservative Democratic senators who say they won't sign off on a tax hike package, I take them at their word. I don't think they will. So Democrats, if they control the Senate, they cannot afford to lose a single vote. Yet they have at least 3 conservative senators saying they're not really interested in raising taxes. So it's not going to happen. What I think could happen is we could get yet another stimulus bill in 2021 with the Democratic Congress. That's good for markets. And we could also get some kind of big infrastructure bill. I think that is the sum total of what we're going to see out of Congress in 2021. And I would not expect tax hikes until 2023. And that's only if Democrats keep control of both houses of Congress in the 2022 midterms. I just don't think tax hikes are coming anytime soon.
All right, we'll have to get to that SALT deduction during our next chat. Rick Newman, great to see you as always.
That's not going to happen either. That's part of the tax package.
Not going to happen. All right, there you have it, folks. It's not going to happen. All right, thanks, Rick.